Hello everyone. Let us start a discussion on how your GATE score to be converted into a PSU job, specifically for civil engineering. In this topic, I have summarized in this entire area, 10 different zone, and let us discuss one by one. The first approach to is that your score in the GATE examination. What is your score? Based on your score, you may get a call. So if you have a score around 600 plus, you can expect a interview call, but it is not fixed that you only have to get a 600 plus. Below that, it is also expected. In case of 60 to 65 marks, if you have that, you can apply and hopefully, if you can get an interview call. Getting an interview call is not enough to get the job, because getting interview call, after getting that call also there are several important key role which you need to address. Because getting interview call you can get, and most of the people, those who are scoring more than 60 or 62 65, this or this within this range, they are may get a PSU job like Maharatna, Navaratna. So based on their score, if someone getting more score, then he will get a different PSUs. Although based on your score, you can expect various PSUs. So getting interview call, it is after 60 to 65 months, it is okay, but getting the job is quite challenging, because at that time several your skills, your strength, your practical, your side experience, your project experience, your communication skill, your concept, every area will be taken care of. While your psychological test also they will conduct. So there are some group discussion also is in the coming to the picture also. So let us discuss one by one. As I mentioned, this is your score is important. Based on your score, you will get a call for interview. And the crucial point, the second point is the most crucial, means your strength in your fundamental, in your basic for civil engineering, means what is the basic fundamental rule to design a building. Okay, if you don't know, you just ask me, I will give you the reply. If what is a fundamental rule, they will ask simply, what is the fundamental rule of surveying? Whole to part or part to whole? Okay, so there are two major principles of surveying. What are those two principles? Okay, so if you don't know, just give me a comment, I will reply. So there are basic fundamental rules, fundamental concepts of the in which condition Bernoulli's theorem will be applied. Yes, we do know, but during the interview, how you represent the question, how you attempt that answer, because all of those call means get the interview call, they are know what are the basic questions, but how you represent that question, how you attempt that question, how you representing, means yes, there are two major principles for surveying. These are like, okay, the way you approach and the way you deliver the answer in a confidence manner, that is important. So your fundamental must be clear, and based on your answer, they will give you a cross question. If you are able to reply that cross question, means your subject area is clear. They will give you the okay, this fellow having the fundamental is clear. So your fundamental in every subject, okay, in every subject, regardless of the strength, which is means whether it is geotechnical or means your geotechnical or your transportation or your structural analysis, regardless of anything. For an example, if they are asked you, if there is a restriction of a beam depth, which kind of beam design we will conduct? So there is it. So you have to respond accordingly or based on their requirement. So listen the question properly. So your fundamental need to be checked. Your fundamental need to be re-strengthening, so that you can get a good response. Then the next one is concept. As I already mentioned it, concept and how you implement this concept into the practical field. For an example, if someone asks during interview that why we course fill the coarse segregate first in manual mixture, the coarse segregate, then fine aggregate, then sand, then after we pour water. Why it is so? Why we use this phenomena? why reverse phenomena is not possible, or not we are not conducting the means reverse phenomena. Okay, so why it is so? Because you know the theoretical aspect, what is the practical aspect, why you are doing so. So you have to respond this way. Once again I am mentioning, if you don't know, you just give me the comment, I will give you the response of how we represent this and what are the specific answer of that question. So these are the way, these are the questions. There are several like similar questions they are generally asked in the interview, so that they can understand your practical knowledge along with your subject knowledge. So how you will incorporate both of this concept. So that's the approach. And now it's new. Let us discuss a new area, means the practice previous question. How you will get you the practice means the previous year questions. Your LinkedIn profile, create a LinkedIn profile, try to connect with those who are already working PSUs. Okay, and what are their strength? They definitely mention in their profile, yes, these are their strength area, these are the software they know, what are the basic of their software. Just don't go for an entire software development, just go for the basic terminology, what are the basic of this software. If they are in the PSU, okay, they mention that this software they know. So or you just directly come DM them, or directly communicating with someone who already achieved that job in the PSU in this area. So that's how you can communicate with them. After having communication for 10 to 15 minutes, you can easily understand what are the job profile they are gone through, what are the important area they generally taking care of. Then next your important area is mock interview. How you will conduct my mock interview? You can text me, I will share you the how, or I will give you a mock interview, or you can comment to me, I will assist you how to appear in this interview. And most how your communication, and whether you are using English or Hindi, this is not the discussion for this total discussion. Although in both way you have to know how to articulate your word, how to convey your message properly. In the social background also, if you use English, it is preferable. Although whenever the language, whatever your language you use, ideally Hindi or English, use proper means gentle language, so that someone can understand, and it may be properly articulate to understandable. So your communication skills play a very good role, so try to focus on that area. And most importantly, don't be try to be a single language based person, means you are only using Hindi or only using means English. That is not that much of convenient, because you are just approaching or just entering into a PSU. During that period you can use a mix of the language also, there is no hard and fast rule. Although English is preferable, if someone is using English, that means yes, he is already had some communication skill, some skill to convey. Actually in India there are several zone, means north, south, east, west, so there are several dialogue we generally use, so you must have to have some script in both of the language. So that's the intention behind the interviewer. The next one is highlight. During the interview, what are the point you need to highlight, what are the strength area you have, you need to highlight all the strength area during your interview, so that the interviewer will understand, yes, that fellow has undergo this with this project during his BTech or during his MTech or whatever your course you undergo. So during that means his curriculum activity, he undergo this project, and during this project he has a mixed design of M50. So what are the ingredient he use, what are the admixture he use, what type of admixture do you use? So based on that you can or you can say that no, during my project I gone through a structural design, I use Stat Pro. Okay, so on that way, what are the Stat Pro design, what are the earthquake code, what is the code for your load for flooring load, so everything, your wind load, your every component are there in the Stat Pro. So these are area is important. Apart from that, if you have any internship, it is important. You try to emphasize that internship. During internship in this PSU or this state government organization, I gone through this thing and I have learned these are the basic thing component. So for this is important. In internship also, in the normal uh, engineering conduct, there are some kinds of things like tendering, how someone do tendering, what is the importance of tendering. So basic tendering item you also know. So you have to highlight what are the strength you have, what are the grade you achieve in your BTech courses or MTech courses, and it will be helpful for you. And the next one is research the PSU which you applied for. For an example, if you are applied for ONGC, then try to know in abroad, in India, what are the ONGCs you are doing, how they are functioning, what are the management tree they are. Okay, if you are applying the coal India, in the same way, what are the major destination, means how is the major area they are having, what are the means intake, what are the total quantity of coal they are generally excavated in every year, what are the purpose of it, what is the thermoelectric project, how much quantity thermoelectric project are using, what are the waste, how the waste is management, what is fly ash, how fly ash is using, what are the fly ash brick. So there are several questions. If you specifically you have any query, you just text me, I give you the response. So there are several questions based on the PSU, based on the institute, you will come to know the several questions. And this question, as I mentioned also earlier, either you go for LinkedIn profile, you can text me, or you can have several resources. Means in the LinkedIn profile you will find several person, those who are already employed in the PSUs. You just directly communicating with them, then request them. This is enhance your interpersonal skill. And interpersonal skill for job, any PSUs is most important. Whether you have an interpersonal skill, that is also be judged during your interview. So your interpersonal skill is important. So try to communicate people, so that your interpersonal skill, your communication skill, you will come to know what are the PSU doing, what type of skill set you are looking for, they are looking for. So this is will be helpful. The next one is our soft skill. Okay, they are also give you the situational based means questions, that situational based scenarios. In that situation scenario, what you will do. Okay, in for an example, if there is 5 junior staff you have, but among them 3 is not working, what you will do. Okay, based on that situation you have to respond in a suitable way, so that your subordinate staff will work effectively. And this is must be a reasonable logic, so that they can connect with you. Yes, that fellow having some skill, having some thought of process, so that he or she can manage the subordinate staff also. Because you are just completed BTech or MTech, so or about to complete, so your age is not that much. How you will tackle the situation, that is also important. So these are the soft skill they will also judge during this 30 to 35 minute of interview. They will definitely judge. That's important. Apart from that, the management, your time and stress, because whenever you get the job, then after based on the PSU there are different time set, different stress you will get, different type of stress. Okay, you have to one of the PSUs you might have to travel along. In few of the PSU you have to post it in the urban area, in few of the PSU you will post it in the rural area. So based on that, so whether you are able to manage this stress and time, they will also give you some kind of hint, and they will try to judge whether you are able to make that stress or not. And the most important point is stay updated means whether what are the advertisement they are providing, what are the information they are looking for, what kind of percentage they are looking for in your BTech or in your 12 or 10 standard. So this is important. So try to update yourself. And for updating, apart from this advertisement and the requirement where their recruitment is advertised, apart from that, your social information means in recent election which party won, in recent past what are the development in the nation and the worldwide, what is the Donald Trump doing, okay, what is the Indian president of India in the last month in Gujarat. So what are the things relevant to the India and the world? You have to have a basic information or knowledge so that you can have a communication, because in the interview panel also they will have someone who is means specify in the HR domain, so he will or she will ask you this kind of question. And most importantly, use AI as your daily tool so that you will have some gist input or output in the both way, so that it will be enhance your communication, your knowledge, everything. So use AI in somehow in every way, so that it will be helpful for you. So let us summarize what we have discussed. We have discussed from the beginning that your good score, it's if it is around 60 or 60 plus, you can expect that whether it may be a means Maharatna or Navaratna or any state government PSU, you may expect an interview call. But getting an interview call is not sufficient. As I always mention, the important point are you have to have a very good knowledge. That is important points, like your good knowledge in the fundamental, your concept, whether it is practically and theoretically you can implement or not. You have a interpersonal skill. If you have interpersonal skill, you will get some insight, means what are the PSU doing, which PSU is best. So for identifying this kind of queries, you need to communicate with people. There are several people you have to communicate. So based on that, you can communicate with the people so that you will understand something. Then the mock interview, communicate with people, Google Meet, you can give there are several people those who connect with already connected with me for the what are the means how to give interview. So you can also communicate with me, so I will help you how to approach, how to groom, how to look like a professional. Okay, whether you will go for a full means full with clean shape, or you will have to have some breed. So whether you are confidence enough, whether how you are expressing yourself, or which language you are comfortable, Hindi, English. So whether you are able to convey your message. So this everything I will discuss. If you are looking for any additional information, any help or any assistance, you just let me know, I will help you. And the next point is highlight yourself. What are the strength you have? Okay, what are the strength you have, how you are highlighting your strength, what are the project you undergoes, what are the internship you are having, in during internship what are you have learned new things, what are the major challenges you have faced. And the next, and then you are thoroughly study the PSU, what PSU doing, which PSU, whatever PSU you are apply for. If it is Airport Authority of India, you have to know what is means runway length, how runway length design, what is rose diagram. So that's the simple thing, but you have to know what is wind flow diagram. So that's is important. So you have to know the basic things. Okay, then your situational skill, or soft skill, your time management, and most importantly stay updated. Okay, for the civil engineering skill, if you know, if you want to know any kind of specific questions or any kind of specific interview pattern, okay, relevant, actually in every subject there are few questions. Okay, if you are able to handle this situation, if you are able to handle this questions or give a proper response, then there is a lot of chance that you will definitely select. So selection is totally depend on your ability to connect or communicate with the people, how you respond during that interview. That is most important, because you already get a good score in the gate. Okay, so I hope for your best, and I hope if you will definitely get your desired institute or desired PSU, and hope for the best. Thank you. If you have any query, let me know, I will definitely help you. Thank you. Thank you.